that very well, because all of us making wudu 5 times a day, right? Normally, if it's not Ramadan, you are making madmada with much water. It's normally, because it's sunnah, and Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But in Ramadan, you must reduce the water, make it little. Water must be very little, and you must be very careful. So if a person during Ramadan are making wudu, making madmada, while he is making madmada with very little water, and he is very careful, even though the water went inside, his fasting is valid, no problem. But the second case, which is for Shafi'iyya and Hanaf also, same. If the person while he is making wudu in Ramadan, listen very carefully, because some people already lost their fasting, and after Ramadan they don't even know that they have to make qaza, by the way. A person making wudu, while he's making wudu in Ramadan, he made madmada with much water. And unintentionally the water went inside. Not intentionally, like unintentionally. While he's making madmada, like water went by mistake inside. His fasting is invalid, and he has to repeat after Ramadan. Then Sheikh, like, how his fasting is invalid, and he didn't drink water. He didn't do it by intentionally. It was mistake. I said the mistake coming from the beginning. The mistake is coming from the beginning. Why? Because the fuqaha said, without Ramadan, like after Ramadan or before Ramadan, when you are making madmada, make it with much water, no problem. No problem at all. This is sunnah and Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But in Ramadan, while you are making madmada or istinshaq, like putting water inside your mouth or your nose, it must be very little. And you must be very careful. So if it's very little, and you were very careful, even though some water went inside by mistake, your fasting is okay, inshallah, no problem, you can continue your fasting. But a person put much water in madmada or istinshaq, like either here or there. Much water. He was very careful, but he put much water, and the water went inside by mistake. His fasting, invalid. And he has to repeat that after Ramadan. Why? Because he did the main mistake from the beginning, that he didn't listen to the commandment to not use much water during madmada in Ramadan. Got it? Okay. What shall he do if that thing happened and the water went inside by mistake and he used already much water? He will not eat anything. Like let's say that happened at Zohar prayer, for example, during Ramadan. His fasting is invalid, but in the same time he's not allowed to eat anything. He has to do something we call imsak. Imsak means continue, stop eating and drinking and everything. And after Ramadan, he has to repeat this day as a qaza. Again, he has to repeat that as a qaza after Ramadan, inshallah. So remember that thing, whenever you are making wudu, just 2 minutes, brother. Brother Nadim. In Ramadan, just remember that when you are doing your wudu, be careful from the water inside your mouth and your nose. Make it very little and be very careful. And after you finish madmada, you have to, like, take it out. Whatever, any water we're inside, you have to take it out, not to drink it. Don't say, okay, I made some small water and I'm making madmada, now let's take it. No. This also be, if you do that, your fasting is invalid also. It's same. So if you are making madmada, even by this water, you have to take it out again after you finish madmada, inshallah, during Ramadan. So be careful about that, and whoever fell in that mistake, after Ramadan, repeat that day, which happened maybe today, yesterday, whatever happened, please repeat that day after Ramadan, inshallah. Any other question before we go, inshallah? Our time is very limited. Yes. Yeah, then this is very big risk, by the way, because you are sleeping like this and they are working by this way, right? If something entering inside without any water, no problem. But sometimes blood is coming out. Sometimes they are using water. They must use water, by the way. So in total, there must be something will enter inside. the risk is very high. So better to do it after iftar, for example, at night time. Or if it's very serious, like you have very big pain in your teeth or something, very big pain, you can't really afford that, then you can go, because it's something about your health. If you didn't do that now, you can't even continue your fasting. Then you can go and whatever happens, no problem. And you can even, if there is water well inside, no problem. You continue your fasting, repeat it after Ramadan, inshallah. But in normal cases, sometimes they just make something very slight. In this case, no problem, inshallah. But it has big risk. I also go to the dentist and I know that mostly the water coming inside, some blood coming inside, so it's big risk. So if you can delay at night time, it's fine. If it's very serious about the pain inside the tooth or something, then you can go because it's big pain. And if something happened, you can repeat that after Ramadan, inshallah, as qaza, inshallah. We still have Brother Navir? How much time we have? 5? Okay, then finish, inshallah. We can continue after Tarawih, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت استغفرك واتوب اليك وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه اجمعين الحمد لله. السلام عليكم.